a lot of fun, brother. I've seen you do reality TV, right? You got your league going, Dirty Boxing going. Are you really retired?
You know, I think I am. I think I am. I'm a really good agent with the Kava brothers, and these guys keep me busy. I'm constantly on the road, you know, creating my own businesses and endorsing other businesses. So, you know, I feel like if things weren't to go so well, I would know the person to respect in the cage, but things are going so well at a professional level that I really have no reason to fight anymore.
So the door is not closed though. You said I think. You said I think, not I know.
Yeah.
Because we've got two fighters tonight, Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey, that also thought that they were retired John Bone Jones.
Yeah. Those girls also don't have arthritis. So, I mean, that slowed me down.
Oh, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, I've been a high-level athlete my whole life, and I feel like God was just like, hey, time to slow it down. So now I'm using the lungs that I have in the MMA community to do other things. I'm coaching Gable Stevenson. I think he's going to be the greatest. He is going to be the greatest star that we've ever seen. It's just absolute.
I don't get it.
And yeah, we're gonna have a lot of fun together.
Enjoying life as a spectator instead of a fighter in the cage. John Bone Jones, thank you so much for joining us.
Okay, that's dope.
Continues after this as we get ready for Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey.
Hey, that's dope, chat. I got it to where we can see the vertical and the horizontal view. So.
It's hard to imagine Ronda Rousey living the quiet life, away from the roar of the crowds she once absorbed.
Ducks are dirty, but man, their ends are so good.
But here, east of Los Angeles, the former champion has found just that.
This isn't all shit, a lot of it's dirt.
A sanctuary built on balance, not much different than a dojo, where as a young kid, the gentle art of judo came easy.
I remember the first day I did judo, I didn't even have a hair tie. My hair was all crazy all over the place, and I was like trying to do it. I can't really say it any other way, but I was like a prodigy. You usually start judo when you're like 6. And my first tournament was on my 11th birthday. 6 years later, I was the youngest person from any country at the Olympics in judo.
Rousey's meteoric rise in the sport culminated at the 2008 Summer Olympic Games in Beijing, where she won bronze, becoming the first American woman to earn an Olympic medal in judo.
We got here Labor Day.
But the structured confines of the sport began to feel restricted.
Got my guys out here.
And with the path to women's MMA now clear, thanks to Gina Carano, Rousey sensed an opportunity.
You peak in judo in your mid-20s. And I was already a world Olympic medalist at 21. And maybe I just needed a break from judo. And so when I saw MMA,
Hey, yo, what up, bro?
I saw Gina Carano do it.
I don't know why it didn't pop up on my.
They just get to be on the ground. No one's in I know. Like, dude, I would fucking kill her. So that's one thing that drew me to MMA is how uninvolved the referees are. So like, give me a year and I'll make it work. So that's right on. I have like a really unique style of judo. Gripping and all that and fighting for position is something that I was the best at in judo ever. And we do regular before reverse.
Oh, that's kind of stupid.
So I had to be transitioning into my submission already on the way to the ground, which is why my submissions are so.
Alright, so how's the, oh, I need to also see how that's gonna work.
MMA, you see my judo in my fighting. MMA allowed me to like finally be free. It like unleashed me in the way that like judo was holding me back.
Because where would it go on?
Intuit Dome. We're back inside the Intuit Dome as we get ready for two more fights here. Of course, Gina Carano and Ronda Rousey, also Nate Diaz and Mike Perry are on the way. Not on the way, already here with us, co-founder of MVP, Jake Paul is joining us. A historic night, and we've already had 3 straight first-round KOs. What do you think of what you've seen so far, Jake?
Yeah, MVP MMA is delivered. This is absolutely insane. I think God has blessed us with these amazing fishes here today. Blessed to be happy for a historic event that we're putting on and changing the sport of MMA. This is it. This is now. This is the moment. I get goosebumps just thinking about being able to help these fighters, giving them another place to go where there's just as much viewership, if not more, and more money for these fighters. So the future is here, and I'm just blessed.
I'm getting there. That's pretty dope.
Let me ask you a two-parter here if I can. Number one, do you feel like you have put the MMA world on notice with this event? And number two, I'll ask you the same question that I asked Nikisa, which is it one and done, or are you 100% committed to keeping this thing going?
Yeah, I think the MMA world is on notice for sure. We have some of the best talent in the world fighting here tonight. Some viral finishes, obviously the biggest streaming platform in the world. You know, there's already rumors about the numbers being circulated online, and they're even better and bigger than what we expected. And that's how the MVP team and the MVP brand does it. Shout out to the fighters also for, you know, doing all the promotion, putting in the work. We all made this happen together as a team. And it's just amazing to be a part of it. And this is not the one and done thing that people might think it is. This is the start of something massive. Me and Nikisa are hungry. We're hungry for the fighters. We're hungry to make change. We're hungry to grow this sport and continue to evolve it and give the fighters more pay, the pay that they deserve, the moments that they deserve, and another home where they can become superstars. And that's
Audio good, perfect.
So
That's what I like. That's what I like. The audio being good, that means we're good.
Talk about our main event. We've got 2 good main events, but I want to talk about Gina Carano and Ronda
That's
Rousey.
crazy. You can see me adjusting my settings and stuff on there. Now I'm gonna just push it in the studio mode.
To be a part of this moment and returning her back to the cage for the first time in a decade.
It's definitely surreal. It's a pinch me moment. I'm here with Anderson Silva, John Jones. All of the MMA legends are in the building. I grew up watching these guys, and so to be able to work with them and help them.
It's doing it though. It's really competing on there. Like I'm getting all my stuff right.
Anything is possible.
Because now I'm able to Chad. It's pretty dope.
Amazing, and you put it very well. You know, earlier in the week, Jake, I do have to ask you about this because earlier in the week we did an interview, and you said you're considering retirement because of the job. There are people in your life who are saying maybe it's time, and then like a day later, you're on the screen saying Canelo 200 million. So I'm like, what's the real and what's not the real here? What are we doing?
So when we did our interview, it was before I went to the hospital to do the checkup on my jaw. 2 days later, I go to the hospital, and my doctor says I can spar in 2 to 3 months, and everything is healing perfectly.
Okay.
So
I think.
Okay, so now you're leaning back towards. Oh, you're back. Okay.
I'm cleared. I'm cleared. 2 to 3 months, I'm cleared to start sparring again. And so I'm gonna do MMA. I'm gonna do an MMA fight for sure.
Next up, is that what you want to do?
Not next.
I'm really just trying to make sure the vertical stuff is good, y'all.
List of opponents out there. I'm just gonna get slowly back into training and figure out when I'm gonna make that return.
We've got 2 fighters that are pretty familiar with your boxing prowess tonight, that being Nate Diaz and Mike Perry, who are fighting next year. What did you learn about them as fighters after facing them in the ring?
Yeah, you know, Nate Diaz is extremely tough, durable. His cardio is on another level. He's a warrior. He loves this. He's having fun in there. And when a guy is relaxed, they're hard to beat. And he's in the best shape of his life for this fight. He's locked in. He's dialed. He seems jolly. It's like almost a new birth of Nate Diaz. I've never seen him like this before. And I think when he's in a mode like this, he can be very dangerous. And Mike Perry, on the other hand, is one of the toughest guys in the world. Bare knuckle, throws absolute bombs, rockets. He does not stop. He's absolutely a zombie. He just keeps on coming forward. And so Nate Diaz, you know, as tough as he is, he might have a tougher opponent in Mike Perry. So I don't know if we're going to see a brawl or if Nate's gonna try to take him to the ground and submit him.
I can't wait to see how it plays out. Obviously, there's no one watching. Don't worry about it. Just between us friends, who are you leaning towards?
You know, that's a great question, and I think I lean towards Nate Diaz.
Okay.
I think he has a better all-around MMA game. I think if it stays standing, then Mike Perry can stay in the fight for a while. But if I was Nate Diaz, I would want to take it to the ground and try to get into his jiu-jitsu skills.
There it is. We have the fan favorites coming up in just a minute as we say thank you so much, Jake Paul. Enjoy your cage side seat. It's nice. You've got like a whole domain where they come and they hug you and they greet you and kiss the ring a little bit. We love that for you.
Good life.
Yeah, it's a really good life to meet Jake Paul. We appreciate you. Of course, we are anticipating the return of Gina Carano as well. After 17 years away, she's walking back into the spotlight tonight with a chance to add another chapter to a legacy that helped change the sport forever. A true trailblazer, someone who's never taken the easy road and somehow still built history because of it.
Raised amidst the neon allure and tempting background of Las Vegas, Gina Carano instinctively sought the grit of an untamed path, a teenage rebellion against what would be considered an affluent upbringing, choosing the streets rather than stepping into a designed life of privilege.
I would never think about having a future. You're supposed to go to law school, you're supposed to, go be a doctor, definitely going to college. I didn't like money being held up for my head.
Labor Day weekend, we turned up. Got my guys out here. They turned with it. Hill climbing, mud, all that. We got it.
In love forever.
We're young, and we're living a life that we lost a lot of.
I don't like that. Oh, there it goes.
Alcohol and murder. It was not.
Yeah, that's what we want right
place
there.
to be. How badly can we destroy our lives? And that's the life we lived in Vegas.
Because it
And
pops
Kevin
up, but
decided
not.
that he was going to stop drinking and start training Muay Thai.
At that time, there was no Muay Thai in America.
But why does it
You
not?
couldn't even tell people before Muay Thai. They didn't know what it was.
I walked into the gym that he was training at.
How do you
and this
move
whole
it to
time
the
I came
front?
to me, Master Chan, my first ever coach, and he's like, "Oh, baby, you're fat. You need to lose weight." And I was like,
Hey, watch out, man. Jesus,
yeah,
that was
okay,
real.
all right, let's start training. Once you start training and learning, it is
It's
so
like it
addictive.
hides
You
it.
fall in love with it. I lost 30 pounds, and I had my first fight 6 months later.
Success arrived early and often, with wins in her first 7 fights. And as the women's side of MMA began to catch on, Carano established herself as a trailblazer with a legacy as bright as the lights of Las Vegas.
All right, people, it is time to take a look at the betting markets for our co-main event with the Tale of the Bet. It's brought to you by DraftKings Sportsbook, and here putting on his gambling hat to give us his perspective is DraftKings MMA analyst Kenny Florio. Hey, Kenny.
Thanks, so excited to see this one down tonight. The odds are saying it's gonna be a good one. So every
should
MMA
do
fight has one of 3 ways: by decision, submission, or knockout. Decision means the judges score after all.
Oh, yeah, be right back, chat.
Happens when a fighter forces a tap or stoppage on the ground, and a KO or TKO is a significant strike that ends the fight. So DraftKings prices each of these outcomes separately, so you're not just picking who wins, but how they win. And for me, the Diaz brothers, it's all about respect, and I don't think the odds makers are giving the Diaz brothers respect here. Yes, Mike Perry is very dangerous. He's definitely capable of winning by knockout here, but in 20 years, Nate Diaz has only been stopped twice, one of them by cut. So I actually like him as an underdog pick. I think there's a lot of value there on the legend, Nate Diaz.
Okay, we haven't seen Nate Diaz in an MMA ring for about 4 years, so maybe that's where you're getting a little bit of that as well. All right, DraftKings Sportsbook is the official betting partner of Nate Diaz and Mike Perry. Right now, new DraftKings customers can bet $5, get $100 in bonus bets instantly by downloading the app and using promo code RING when you sign up. DraftKings, the crown is yours.
MMA's debut on Netflix has thus far been a knockout.
3 consecutive first-round KOs.
Alright, chat, I'm back.
To the people's main event. No
The Streamlabs thing, but now I don't know where my it's supposed to be.
And chaos is conversation. Diaz looking to maximize a 5-inch reach advantage.
I don't know where my horizontal display is.
And we're here. We have Nick Diaz representing, of course, Nick Diaz Academy. See a bunch of finishes there. 4 knockouts, 13 submissions, 11 KOs for his opponent, Mike Perry. This should be a fun one here, Bob.
Give us the 4-1-1 on the king of violence.
Yeah, they call him the king of violence for a reason. Obviously, he has had a ton of success in bare knuckle fighting. 6-0. Only been submitted once. I think he's going to need that submission defense here, potentially against Nick Diaz.
He is still the reigning defending king of violence champion. He is the platinum one, Mike Perry.
After everything I've proven, king of violence, the bare knuckle fighting, I'm gonna hit Nate like he's never been hit before. I'm gonna be all over this motherfucker like white on rice.
Alright, chat, it should be. So that would mean now I need to probably drag myself up some.
Ladies and gentlemen, we arrive at our second main event of the evening. 5 rounds in the welterweight division. Introducing first to the cage, fighting out of the red corner, here is Mike Perry.
Turn game, I can.
Mike Perry told us that survival
That was so big.
before fighting ever did. A childhood split between Michigan and Florida left him constantly battling to belong. A road that spiraled through drugs, probation trouble, and jail, until a job at a UFC gym changed everything. What started as work became the rise of platinum, one of combat sports' most volatile and unforgettable personalities.
Mike has been charged so much over the years. And I'm curious to see how he's going to adapt to the 5-minute round format here when he's been used to 2-minute rounds. So now it may not matter either way because he's so explosive and he's going to look for the knockout here, but interesting to see how he adapts.
Yeah, there we go. It's almost to the point where it's a little off.
Long known for his pressure, power, and pure chaos, Perry says this version is smarter. But against a guy like Nick Diaz, it's simple. Bring the violence.
Trying to get center, chat.
That's exactly what he needs to do. He understands the assignment. Can he get out the durable Nick Diaz early, though?
A father of two, looking to make a successful return to MMA. 11 of his 14 wins have come due to his punching power.
All right, let's take a look at the legend, Nate Diaz. Founder of the BMF title. You can look that up if you don't know what BMF means. This is his 35th pro MMA fight, and with that level of experience and with that third-degree Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu black belt, this guy is going to be a problem if it goes into the later rounds.
We out here, Labor Day. Labor Day weekend, we turned up. We got the guys out here, they turned with it. Hill climbing, mud, all that, we got it.
Real BMS. He is the one and only Nathan Diaz.
I think I'm better than everybody everywhere. The whole world out here to hunt down and fucking take over, so that's what I'm after. And he's leading another guy to get it done.
anticipation for the people's main event is higher than Nate Diaz on any day ending in Y. Fighting in mixed martial arts for the first time since 2022 when he submitted Tony Ferguson in round 4 with a guillotine choke at UFC 279. During a stint in the Ultimate Fighting Championship, Diaz won Fight of the Night honors 8 times. Kenny, he's made a career of drowning opponents in deep water, the pace, the pressure, the psychological warfare. And listen to this response.
That's crazy.
He extended the